Do protests make change or noise? Because let me tell you one thing, they're definitely not the same thing, if not opposites. And what I want to know is which one of the two is dominating. We live in a world where there is so much to fight about, to riot about, to want injustice for. Well, everyone's personal opinion on what justice actually is, but you know what? That's a video for another day. My point is sometimes there is just too much in your face and then you can no longer see. And right now, I cannot see. So I want to zoom out from all the crazy politics, wars, social problems, discrimination. I want to zoom out and look at what everyone is doing about it and ask myself and you if it's actually working. Before we get into the video, please don't forget to like and to subscribe if you want to see more of my content. You may be wondering what I mean by change and noise being opposites. According to the Oxford Dictionary, change, by definition, is to alter or modify something. And noise is a sound that is especially irritating or disturbing. Do you see how I find them opposites? My lights are dead. Oh my gosh. If the lighting sucks, I apologize because my lights are dead. Like the lights for my tripod. I wonder a lot of times what drives change and what drives noise. I always see more noise than change. Some people think that noise is what drives change, but I think change is what happens in the absence of noise. Protests. They are never positive. If they were, then that's just a parade. Protests have been happening in different ways all over the world. Walkouts, interference, marching on streets. And how often do we see protests going wrong? People getting arrested, people getting hurt, people getting killed. And I'm not saying anyone is at fault, though usually it is sort of the police or the system of the government. Not all the time, but recently, definitely a lot of the time. I do think that bringing issues to everyone's attention is important, and protests is a way of doing that. How can we change something if we're not aware of it, right? But sometimes I feel like people also mix their emotions with their strategy. Say you want a better government. I don't see how standing on streets with signs is going to make the government be like, I want to change. I want to change. Those people in power aren't going to see and be like, I'm going to change. I see the concept, but if we're looking at the track record, it just doesn't work. I see the idea of wanting to make change, but we cannot bring out change through noise, at least not a positive or a long lasting kind of change. Change requires strategy and long term thinking and intelligence and time, especially time. And sometimes it gets ugly, but a lot of those times were the reason for it. And when I say we, I simply just mean all of us as humanity, as a society, as a people. I'm not saying let's give up on protests because, like I said earlier, it is a good way to bring attention to problems that everybody just wants to gloss over. But do not expect a protest or two to make some big change because that's just noise. Noise is good for attention. Attention is good for thoughts, and thought is what's good for change. You can't skip the steps in between. Recently, our world has been getting crazier and crazier. We all know it. But with the crazies also comes people who want to make change. And I love change. It's great. And even though noise can bring out change with very intentional steps in between, I don't think it has to. Change can be quiet and intense, like this video. If you agree, please comment down below. And if you don't agree, please comment down below. I'm not some political party trying to get people on my side. I'm just a person who's trying to speak some quiet intensity into a noisy and crumbling world. And whether you agree or not is not my business, but it's simply about whether you think about it. Not enough people think about it. They just want to make noise. Ask yourself where that noise is coming from. Is it you? Is it me? Is it all of us?